Have you noticed how awakening quietly rearranges the way your heart interacts with the world? It happens slowly at first, almost imperceptibly. A soft shift inside you, a new clarity, a new sensitivity, a new silence. And then one day, something that once consumed you so easily no longer pulls you in. The old rush, the old intoxication, the old hunger disguised as passion. It simply stops working. And you might look at yourself and wonder, what changed? Why doesn't love feel the way it used to? Why does your heart hesitate where it once surrendered without thinking? Why does it feel harder to fall, harder to believe, harder to abandon yourself to another? It's not coldness. It's not fear. It's not damage. It's awakening. When consciousness expands, the heart begins to see the architecture behind what it once called love. It sees the patterns more clearly. It notices where attachment used to stand in the place of intimacy. It recognizes the fantasies it used to project onto people, mistaking them for connection. It sees how much of the intensity came from longing, not from truth. And when you see these things deeply and without illusions, your heart refuses to repeat the old dance, not out of bitterness, not out of cynicism, but because awakening has made falseness too loud, too transparent, too heavy to carry. This is why love feels different now. This is why the old spark doesn't ignite the same way. This is why you may feel out of place in a world that still romanticizes the chase, the drama, the fire that burns but never warms. Awakening didn't take your ability to love, it refined it. And now your heart is learning a new language, a language without begging, without fear, without the frantic need to be completed. A quieter, more anchored, more conscious kind of love. But this transition can feel disorienting, like standing between two worlds. The world where love meant intensity and surrender, and the world where love means presence and truth. So this morning, these affirmations are here for you, not to force your heart back into the past and not to replace your deeper knowing, but to help you stabilize yourself in this new reality, the reality where you love from wholeness, not hunger, where you open from clarity, not illusion, where you connect from truth, not fear of loneliness. Take a slow breath now. Feel the air fill your chest without rushing, without trying, and allow yourself to notice the space inside you that has been quietly expanding. The place where love no longer feels like a storm, but like a deep internal sky. You are not broken because love feels different. You are awakening to a more authentic version of it. You are not incapable of falling in love. You are incapable of falling into illusion. You are not losing the intensity of connection. You are losing the need that once disguised itself as connection. And your heart, whether you realize it or not, is healing. Healing from the old ways you were taught to love. Healing from the expectations that told you someone else must complete you. Healing from the patterns that once made you abandon yourself to be chosen. Healing from the noise of the world that equated love with losing control. This new heart of yours is wiser, more patient, more discerning, more aligned with your inner peace. And today, these affirmations will speak to that heart, the awakened one, the conscious one, the one that is no longer willing to betray itself for the sake of belonging. You are entering a new season of love, one that doesn't demand that you shrink or chase or ignore the truth you see so clearly now. This season asks only that you remain present, honest, whole. And as you breathe, I want you to notice something. Love has not left you. It has simply returned to its rightful place, within you. You are not searching for love anymore. You are remembering it. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are choosing yourself. You are not hoping someone will fill your emptiness. You are discovering emptiness was never real. It was only the echo of a self you had not yet met. So as we begin this morning, let your heart relax into this new understanding. You are not behind. You are not missing anything. You are not less capable of love than before. You are simply no longer fooled by the illusions that once felt like love. This is your evolution. This is your expansion. This is the beginning of a deeper, quieter, truer intimacy with life itself. And from here, the love you will create, whether with another or within yourself, will finally be real. Because awakened love doesn't demand a missing half. It blooms from wholeness. And today, these affirmations will guide you back to that wholeness, so gently, so naturally, until you recognize that nothing has been lost, only transformed.
As you continue breathing slowly, allow your awareness to rest gently on the center of your chest. There is a quiet intelligence there, a subtle pulse, almost like a memory awakening inside you. This is the part of you that has survived every ending, every disappointment, every illusion that collapsed. This is the part that never stopped loving you, even when you didn't know how to love yourself. And now, as this new phase of your life unfolds, this inner intelligence wants to speak. It wants to remind you that awakened love begins with truth, not with longing, with clarity, not with projection, with presence, not with fantasy. So let these words settle into your heart like water finding its place in stillness. I release the illusion that love must be dramatic to be real. I release the belief that love must hurt to matter. I release the stories told to me by a version of myself who did not yet know her own worth. You no longer need to chase love to feel alive. You no longer need to collapse into another person to feel connected. You no longer need to abandon your own center to be chosen. Awakening has removed these conditions one by one, not to make you lonely, but to make you whole. So this morning, repeat gently in your mind, I am worthy of a love that meets me with presence. I am worthy of a love that does not require me to shrink. I am worthy of a love that honors my clarity, not my wounds. Feel how your body responds to those words. Notice if your shoulders soften, if your breath deepens, if the space around your heart feels just a bit more open. This is not imagination, it is recognition, because a part of you already knows that the love you used to chase was built on the fear of not being enough. And now that fear is dissolving, slowly, gently, but consistently. Awakening took away the old fire because it was fueled by hunger. What comes now is a different flame, steady, quiet, luminous. You are learning a new way of loving, one that does not depend on being wanted, one that does not collapse under uncertainty, one that does not rise and fall with someone else's attention. You are learning to love from within, not as a defense, but as an expansion. Let your mind speak these words to your heart. I no longer confuse intensity with intimacy. I no longer confuse desire with connection. I no longer confuse attachment with love. And as these old confusions fade, something beautiful begins to happen inside you. A new kind of space opens, a space that was always there, but was once covered by longing, fear, expectation, and noise. This space is the birthplace of conscious love, a love that does not rush, a love that does not demand, a love that does not distort itself to be accepted. Breathe into that space now, without forcing anything. Just allow yourself to feel the quiet truth rising within you. I am learning to love without losing myself. I am learning to open my heart without abandoning my boundaries. I am learning to receive without needing to be saved. Let these affirmations settle into the deepest parts of you. They are not wishes. They are not goals. They are the truth of who you are becoming. Because when awakening rearranges your perception, your heart stops looking for someone to rescue it. It chooses to stand on its own feet. And from that place of inner stability, love finally becomes something real. You are not rejecting love. You are rejecting the illusion that once came disguised as love. You are not afraid to feel. You are afraid of returning to the blindness that once cost you so much. But you are safe now. You see clearly, and clarity is a form of protection. So repeat softly, I trust the wisdom unfolding within me. I trust the timing of my heart. I trust the love that is meant for me because I am no longer chasing the love that is not. Feel how these words create a gentle grounding sensation within your body. Feel how your breath aligns naturally with the rhythm of them. This morning is about coherence, bringing your energy, your awareness, your heart, and your truth into the same frequency. And in that frequency, love becomes something entirely different. It is no longer an escape. It is a meeting. It is no longer a negotiation of needs. It is a reflection of wholeness. It is no longer the longing to be completed. It is the joy of sharing your completeness. You are choosing a love that does not drain you, a love that does not confuse your clarity, a love that does not require you to disappear to be valued. And because you now know your worth, the universe will meet you at that level, not through urgency, not through longing, but through resonance. So allow these final affirmations of this part to echo through your whole being. I am whole. I am present. I am aligned. I am ready to love consciously. I am ready to be met as I truly am. I am ready for a love that begins in peace, not fear. This is the path of the awakened heart. This is the foundation upon which the next chapter of your life will unfold, and you are already walking it.
There comes a moment in every awakened heart when something irreversible happens. A moment when the illusions that once dazzled you collapse under their own weight. A moment when your soul simply refuses to participate in the old story of love built on projection, fantasy, or fear. And once that moment arrives, there is no going back. You can no longer pretend that what the world calls love is enough for you. Your heart has stretched too far, your consciousness has seen too much, and your spirit has become too honest to confuse longing with truth ever again. You begin to notice the subtle movements inside you. The old hunger that used to rush toward intensity is no longer there. The old desperation to be chosen no longer burns. The old hope that someone might complete what you felt was missing has dissolved. You do not chase. You do not cling. You do not collapse into someone else's story. You stand in yourself with a solidity that would have terrified your past self. There is no arrogance in it. It is simply clarity. Clarity that whispers, I will no longer abandon myself in the name of feeling loved. And with this clarity, something else awakens. You start seeing through gestures, intentions, dynamics you once fell for. What used to magnetize you now feels too shallow, too noisy, too restless. What used to make your heart race now feels like a repetition of an old script your soul has already outgrown. You sense when someone approaches you from emptiness. You feel when their interest is fueled by fantasy rather than presence. Before, this would have pulled you in. Now, it makes you step back gently, without judgment. Not because you feel superior, but because something in you refuses to return to a state you fought so hard to leave. You realize that most relationships thrive on unconsciousness, on people needing each other to avoid their own silence, on people using romance as a mask for unresolved wounds, on people mistaking emotional intensity for connection. And once you have met yourself deeply, these patterns no longer feel like home. They feel like noise, loud, dramatic, captivating noise, but noise nonetheless. And your heart now craves something different. A quieter frequency, a slower truth, a love that doesn't shake you out of yourself, but brings you deeper into yourself. This is why after awakening, falling in love becomes harder, not because you became cold, not because you closed your heart, but because you no longer fall. Falling belongs to the unconscious. Falling belongs to the self that is still looking for something outside. Falling belongs to the belief that someone else holds what you lack. Your heart does not fall anymore. Your heart rises. It rises in presence. It rises in clarity. It rises in authenticity. And this rising is what makes your love rarer. Not impossible, rarer. Because very few people rise with you. Many people are still searching for intensity, not truth. Many want fireworks, not presence. Many want to be saved, not awakened. You can no longer pretend you don't see these things. Your vision has sharpened. Your intuition is louder. Your energy is more honest. And honesty has a way of dissolving illusions instantly. This clarity brings a solitude that is not loneliness, but refinement. A solitude that does not shrink your life, but expands it. You stop seeking companionship as a distraction. You stop confusing chemistry with destiny. You stop offering your energy to people who have not yet learned how to care for their own. You stop negotiating your presence in exchange for being seen. You finally understand that love is not a place you lose yourself. It is a place where you meet yourself more fully. And so you begin to shift from longing to readiness, from searching to openness, from craving to allowing. This shift changes everything. You no longer ask, who will love me? You ask, who can meet me? And that question filters your entire world. You no longer crave resonance because resonance has become your natural state. You no longer chase connection because connection flows naturally when two beings are equally awakened. You no longer need intensity to feel alive because your inner life is vivid enough. And in this awakening, a softer truth emerges. You discover that your capacity to love has not diminished. It has strengthened, It has deepened. It has become more vast, more compassionate, more grounded, more real. But it can only express itself where there is space, reciprocity, and freedom. Your love no longer goes to where it is demanded. It goes to where it is respected. It no longer bends to be accepted. It stands tall to be met. You no longer want a story. You want alignment. You no longer want promises. You want presence. You no longer want someone to fill a void. You want someone who has faced their own void and survived it. Because now you understand, love between awakened hearts is not two halves seeking completion. It is two wholes choosing to walk together. And so the old world of romance loses its shine. The old highs lose their flavor. The old patterns lose their power. And yes, this can feel disorienting at first, but it is the clarity your soul has been asking for. It is the threshold your heart was meant to cross. Because awakened love is not louder, it is truer. Not more dramatic, but more spacious. Not more intense, but more conscious. And you realize something profound. You are no longer looking for love. You are living in a state where love can finally find you. You no longer chase destiny. You stand in a frequency where destiny recognizes you. Your heart is not waiting. Your heart is preparing. Your heart is becoming, because the love that awaits you is not a repetition. It is a meeting of two beings who rise, not fall. A meeting of two hearts that do not escape themselves, but return to themselves through each other. This is awakened love, and your soul is already aligned with it.
And now, breathe. You've walked through memories, truths, realizations, and you're still here, clearer, lighter, more awake than before. As you enter this final part, let these affirmations settle into your field like soft light anchoring everything you've integrated so far. I release every illusion I once called love. I allow real love, the kind that frees, to find me in its own timing. I no longer chase what drains me. I attract what meets me. I choose relationships where my presence is honored, not consumed. I am whole, and from this wholeness I love. Nothing that leaves me diminishes me. Nothing that stays threatens me. I walk with truth, not with fear. My heart is awake. My love is clean. My presence is enough. Feel this, not as an idea, but as a frequency. You are growing into a version of yourself that no longer confuses longing with connection, fantasy with devotion, emptiness with passion. And this is your liberation. The more you return to your inner center, the more you realize love isn't something to seek, it's something you become. Let this truth stay with you as you move through your day. When you are at peace, the right connections recognize you instantly. Your energy does the choosing now. Your clarity does the filtering. Your awakening does the protecting. And every step you take in this new frequency opens doors that your old self could never have reached. You are rising in love, not falling into it. You are meeting life from wholeness, not hunger. Pause. Breathe.
Feel yourself expanding into this new timeline. And when you're ready, come back tomorrow. Your awakening is just beginning. If this message resonated, subscribe and return tomorrow for your next morning activation. Your energy is rising, and you don't have to rise alone.